So you do have M.2 drives in your computer. So I've added heat sinks on this and I found a significant drop in the temperatures for both NVMe and the regular SSDs. Let's go ahead and do this. Welcome back to my channel. Do consider subscribing. Thank you so much. So I have a very simple gaming PC. Over a period of time, I upgraded the storage to M.2 SSDs, and they're doing a very good job. The one you see in the green is the WD, and that was bought quite a few years back, and NVMe was expensive, so this was just the regular M.2. And this is the crucial 1TB SSD. This is an NVMe disk, and this is much newer, maybe about a year and a half old. I also have the old traditional spinning hard disk over here. So I have seen reviews where M.2 disks used to get really heated up, but my concern was that I've seen standby temperatures, idle temperatures going up to say 40 degrees, 45 sometimes. Here you can see it's around 35 mark. I just started the computer. I've opened up software here. So this is DaVinci Resolve. I'm trying to do a video editing here just for demo purposes. So I saw temperatures rising pretty quickly. And this is going up to say 48 degrees, 50 degrees almost. The NVMe was getting much more hotter. So yeah, I just found that this is probably a little too high for the long run. Maybe these can handle higher temperatures, but I just wanted them to be, under control, have a probably moderate temperatures of about 35 to 40 degrees. So here it is. Even after the execution of the task, the temperatures go down very slowly because there's no heat sink to cool it down. So adding aftermarket heat sinks are much easier on these things. You do get SSDs with a heat sink on them, but they are really high performance one, they're very expensive. So if you look at these M.2 drives closely, they have these stickers on them and they're pasted very nicely on top of the chips. So the best part is you do not remove these stickers because you can use the heat sinks, aftermarket heat sinks right on top of them by using a thermal or a silicone heat pad. So here's the product I got from Amazon. So the solution is really simple. You need to buy one of these adapters. It's called the Pi Plus. I got this on Amazon. It comes in this very nice box, eco-friendly packaging, and they call it the Pi. So there's also a Pi symbol here with a cutout, and it looks really cool. Anyway, let's see what's inside the box. Yeah, so this box does look like one of those tempered glass protectors you get for your mobile phone. And even the contents inside have the same fit and finish. You also have a wipe, wet wipe, as well as a dry wipe for putting this particular heatsink on your SSD. So this is as simple as it gets. You kind of clean the device, and this is a nice piece of aluminum with these grooves on them to improve cooling efficiency. And they are available in 3 colors, gold, black, and silver. I got the black one. Some silicone bands to hold this in place with the drive. Some afterthought, but really nice so that it doesn't come off. There is a glue pad, silicone heat glue pad, but sometimes that might come off. So that's the reason they've given you this extra band to hold it in place. So I'm just going to clean this and put this aluminum piece right on top of it. And yes, I'm going to secure this with that silicone band. That's all you need to do. So let's get going. So this is the silicone heat transfer pad which I was talking about. This is like one of those thermal greases which you use, but this is a different material, of course. So the silicone helps transfer the heat from the sticker, basically, which is coming through the chips onto that aluminum heat pad. So this is a double-sided sticker on this one as well. So this is a double-sided glue-based silicone pad. So once you take off the glue and you stick everything together, it's going to look like this aluminum chip sandwich. So let's get going. So first I'm just going to use a little bit of the wet alcohol wipe to clean the surface of the sticker. I initially got tempted to actually take off the sticker and then use the silicone pad directly on the chips. But I was just a little unsure because this was stuck so well and so hard that I didn't want to take it off. So just want to keep this in place, give it a nice wipe, and then I'm going to use a dry wipe to make sure there's no excess alcohol. Of course, this is easier than it looked. So once this is done, I'm just going to take that silicone glue pad, So this is a double-sided sticker again, as you can see. So let's peel off the protective plastic on one side of it. So the non-perforated part of it is what I'm going to put on the disk, M.2 disk. So there you go. It's a very simple solution. Yeah, I just want to align this properly. So once you do this, just give it a nice firm rub and it should be fine. And once you do that, you can actually peel off the other side as well. So let's take off that coating. And that's the exposed glue again. So now all we need to do is just align the aluminum heatsink and put it on top of this. Just going to use that paper to make sure that it's clean. And we should be good. Yep, so that's about it. So once you do that, you just give it a nice firm press and your aluminum sandwich is ready. So this is all it takes. Of course, you've got to use the silicone grip holders so that it doesn't come off at a future date. And you can still see through those chips in between, which is cool. This feels a lot heavier as well now. And once you do that, you just place it back into the computer and it looks a lot better too. So I have this silver based motherboard, silver, white and gray motherboard. So I chose the silver color. You can choose black if you have a black motherboard or the gold one, whichever suits the computer motherboard. I have to still do this on the boot disk, which is my WD non-NVMe disk. So taking that off is a little difficult. Of course, you can also see the graphics card clearance there. So I'm a little worried about that as well, whether the heatsink will cause any kind of problems and do I have to actually remove the graphics card? Well, you have to remove the graphics card so that you can actually do this in the right way. Another reason why you want to remove one of these out before you install them is because you want to put these silicone bands to hold the whole thing together, right? So do use them. And I'm just going to use 3 rather than 4. I think 4 is an overkill. So even 2 should be fine. So I'm just going to use 3. And that's how it looks once you put that silicone band on top of this. All right, so that's how it looks. So let's do some checking right now. So this is the idle temperatures now with the heatsink on. And I can already see a slight dip. It's around the 30s mark. So that's the WD, which is at, whoa, it's at 35, 39. And similar temperatures with the NVMe as well, at around just below 40. Opening the DaVinci tool again to run some sort of video editing so that, you know, it records it on this particular disk, the NVMe at least. I can see the temperatures rising. So it's about, wow, 42 for the non-NVMe. Both are very similar now once I put the heatsink on. Max temperatures at 42 and it's gone to 43. Speeding this up, so it's gone to 44. And yeah, so 44 degrees on both of them. So 44 on the NVMe as well as the non-NVMe disk. So that's a drastic drop, right? So we had temperatures of about 47, 48 in the beginning without the heatsink, and now it's gone down to 44 and 44. So which means at least a 4-degree drop on the NVMe disk. That's so cool. So these things do work, right? And may not be really effective. It may not be damaging to your disk, but I think it's a good idea to drop your temperatures down on your chips all the time. So I think this heatsink makes a big difference. 4 degrees, totally worth it. Also, that look factor, right? It kind of makes your motherboard look much more neat when you add this heatsink on. Let me know what you guys think. I'll leave links in the description below. Please like the video, subscribe, and I shall see you on more such videos. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.